Hey, Dr. Tribble. So for the video, I decided I'm probably just gonna read through the assignment questions and just give my personal reflection based on the questions. So, first, explain why is it necessary for leaders in the global and local communities to be competent in navigating changing conflict. I mean, change happens every day. It's happening all the time. Um, I think through a lot of the discussions we've talked about and the articles we've read, it really explains how bad some of these conflicts can get, and just how ubiquitous they are in like an everyday environment and like the workplace and organizations and so forth. So I think just being able to overcome those obstacles is vital to having a successful business, or like being able to work as a team. Just expecting that the change is inevitable and it's going to come, and being able to overcome them is important. Consider a time when you experience changing conflict and describe your experience. So I used to be an assistant manager at a Domino's before this COVID thing hit, and a conflict I had. So I was an opening manager, and my job was to take what was prepped the night before and set it out to open the store. Basic opening responsibilities, and the closing manager started slacking. He wasn't prepping any of the toppings or the sauce or any of that, and it was getting on my nerves. But I didn't confront him because I'm just not that kind of person. I don't like confronting people. So I was complaining about him to my coworkers, and it ended up getting back to him, of course, and he ended up confronting me, and it was just a mess. This kind of ended up being, it reminded me of the discussion post, the aha moment, because up until that point, I thought, I was a pretty good manager. I thought I had pretty strong skills. I could handle, I'm really good at handling stressful situations. I'm good at customer service, dealing with people in general. But this moment made me realize I actually do have some weaknesses I need to work on. And this class helped a lot with realizing how to deal with conflicts like this. Um, let's see. Which stage of the change process was most challenging for you? Definitely just, I apologized to him. I told him I was in the wrong for not approaching him. And I said, if you could just, get your coworkers to do a little extra before they leave. And he was totally cool with it. So since then, I've really tried to address any problems I have immediately so that things don't get out of control like they did prior. Um, how would you navigate change now? Uh, like I said, I would just deal with it immediately. Um, I would take care of the situation. I almost find it a little immature myself to just complain about people, so I think it was a good learning experience. And yeah. Finally, what did you learn from your research on the global leader, local and global leader, that influences how you approach conflict and change? Um, so I think I want to talk about the interview I did for the teacher, the third grade. She's a team leader. She basically monitored all the third grade staff, as well as she was teaching her own third grade class. Um, you realize that conflict is so much more than what you're dealing with. Because since COVID hit, I also had to adjust to this whole, fully online, um, virtual classroom, or, I almost want to call it, learning how to not procrastinate, being able to manage my time, being mostly at home now, due to the pandemic and everything, and being able to stay on top of my classes and continue to get good grades. And I was really focused on that part of it, but after talking to my interviewee, the third grade leader and teacher, teachers themselves have had to adjust so much to this new scenario. They've had to completely change, especially elementary. They plan on teaching in class, so they had to translate what they were gonna do in class to online, and that's no easy task. And her name was Summer. She basically talking about how all these teachers, they were struggling with all the online, the infrastructure that the school gave them to use for their online classes. And basically, the gist of it is just because have a conflict, I need to realize that there's a bigger picture to what I'm dealing with, and I feel like once I get that broader perspective earlier on, then it can help me deal with obstacles in the future. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for this class, and have a great winter break. Thanks.